story for the Massacre of St. Bartholomew's Eve, or just simply the Massacre, is the TARDIS lands in Paris in the year of 1572. As the Doctor goes to visit a famous apothecary, Stephen gets involved in a plot to slaughter French Protestants called Huguenots, and helps the Huguenots against the Catholics. But will Stephen's involvement change the course of history, or will Huguenots be slaughtered? I can only find this story on YouTube, and the episodes have full audio intercut with telesnaps. This serial is not an action or science fiction story. It has no monsters other than the monster of religious hate that is within humanity, and the fear that goes with it. This story is more of a semi-historical fictional drama about a specific period in history and how it unfolded to this mass slaughter. It was a nice break from the long story of the Daleks' master plan and the stories of the TARDIS crew interfering and or affecting historical moments. For even though Stephen is trying to prevent the worst, he cannot. For this moment in time must happen. It is kind of, as later discussed in later Doctor Who's, time-locked, and the Doctor will not have history changed. Much like previous historical episodes, costumes and sets were marvelous and perfect. Acting was great. Actors played this serial as if it were a play, and they were characters in a historical play. Some might argue that this serial is a bit slow since it's all just dialogue and no action, but I found it to run at a decent pace and have the correct amount of episodes too, to tell the story, which is 4 episodes. Since not much goes on other than what has to happen according to history, it was interesting to see events unfold to a climax of it all as if, like Stephen, we were witnessing it all happen. This serial also introduces for the first time a doppelganger. An enemy looks exactly like the Doctor, and Stephen mistakes this person, called the Abbot, for the Doctor, as we all do and think the Doctor is pretending, but soon find out he is not. It was interesting and fun to see, like it was when it was used again in the second Doctor serial, The Enemy of the World. We don't actually see the massacre, but see a painting of it. Even though the serial is more adult, if children were watching this, they might be a little horrified by the drawing, but learn a lesson about how bad hate is and how mindless it is. At the end of the serial, the Doctor realizes the time period and they are in and takes Stephen back to the TARDIS and they leave. The Doctor tells him about what happened as they left. Stephen is furious, for he made friends that could have been saved, but the Doctor insists they couldn't, for it is a part of history that they may or may not die in that time. After the TARDIS lands, Stephen is furious and just leaves to never come back. With the Doctor alone, he reminisces about Susan and other companions that have now all gone, and he is alone. He says he should go back to his planet, but remembers he cannot. He cannot return home. This argument between Stephen and the Doctor and the subsequent monologue is so well written and performed that I felt for both of them and was sad that Stephen left. And when the Doctor said his monologue, I was so sad and felt his loneliness, I actually shed a tear. After this, Dorothea Dodo Chaplet mistakes the TARDIS for a police phone booth so she can call to alert the police about an accident and walks in. The Doctor tells her to leave, but Stephen returns saying the police are coming. The Doctor dematerializes the TARDIS and they are off to the next adventure. Talking to Dodo, Stephen and the Doctor accept her as a new companion and think she is a descendant of a girl Stephen met in Paris. I give this serial 3 stars out of 5. Some may not like this, but I did. Like I said, it was a nice break from all the monsters in science fiction and told a good story with a valuable lesson in it. And after watching this, I liked Stephen even more as a companion, even though he was already one of my favorites, and shows, like I said in other reviews, that he can hold the show and carry the story along with the Doctor. That is all I have for this story. Until next time.